Jake was hiking alone on a popular but secluded mountain trail when he noticed an older man in a red hiking jacket walking ahead. The man seemed to be moving oddly, always just out of reach. As Jake climbed higher, he realized that the figure never turned around or acknowledged his presence. Suddenly, he heard a piercing scream echo from further up the path. When he ran to see what had happened, the man in the red jacket had disappeared completely. Jake stumbled upon an old hiking memorial dedicated to a lost hiker who vanished years ago. The jacket on the memorial looked eerily familiar. Lily and her friends were hiking through a dense forest, miles from the nearest town. They joked and laughed until they noticed the woods growing deathly quiet. The air felt heavy, and whispers seemed to emerge from the shadows. Lily turned to ask her friend a question, only to see that her friends had stopped, staring blankly into the trees. One by one, they claimed to hear their names being called. A cold wind swept through, and the whispers grew louder, almost as if the forest itself was alive. Terrified, they ran back the way they came, but Lily swears she heard the whispers calling her back, even as they reached their car. Mark and his younger brother Sam were hiking through a narrow canyon, famous for its beautiful views, but also for the stories of people who went missing. As they explored, Mark felt an uneasy sensation, like being watched. Sam pointed to a shadowy figure standing still at the top of the canyon. Mark dismissed it as a trick of the light, but the shadow seemed to follow them, keeping pace without making a sound. When they finally reached the end of the trail, the shadowy figure stood at the exit, blocking their way. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural yellow light before disappearing into thin air. To this day, Mark avoids that canyon, haunted by what he saw.